There is a fragile line between imagination and reality, and within the minds of the young, that line is even easier to cross. This story is one such example. Corrupted by internet lore and plagued with mental illness, two girls would go on to commit one of the most notorious crimes of our generation. Waukesha, Wisconsin, a quiet suburb nestled in the heart of America. On the surface, it was the perfect place to grow up. Tree-lined streets, friendly neighbors, and kids playing until the streetlights came on. Among those kids were three inseparable friends: Peyton Leutner, Morgan Geyser, and Anissa Wire. Peyton and Morgan met in the 4th grade. They were an instant match. Peyton, kind-hearted and gentle. Morgan, quirky and imaginative. They giggled over cartoons, had sleepovers, and lived out their childhood together. When Morgan met Anissa, she brought her into the group. Though Anissa was a bit more awkward and reserved, she found a place among them. But soon, the group dynamic began to shift. Morgan and Anissa became captivated by something dark, an internet-born legend known as Slender Man, a tall, faceless figure who haunted forests and preyed on children. At first, it was just stories. Scary, sure, but not real. Though soon the girls began to believe he was real. But not just real, he was watching, demanding. And they convinced themselves that to be spared, they had to make a sacrifice. For months, Morgan and Anissa plotted in secret. They searched for the perfect moment, the perfect method. They would take Peyton somewhere isolated, somewhere quiet, somewhere she couldn't get away. On May 30th, 2014, they had a sleepover for Morgan's birthday. The girls painted their nails, played dress-up, and stayed up late. From the outside, it was every bit the celebration you'd expect from three young girls. But inside the minds of two of them, it was a charade. The next morning, they went to David's park. They told Peyton they wanted to play hide-and-seek. She obliged and followed them into the darkness of the surrounding woods, unaware her life would soon come to an end. There, in the quiet thicket of trees, Morgan pulled out a kitchen knife. Peyton was stabbed 19 times. In her arms, legs, torso, one wound was so deep that it barely missed her heart. As she bled out, Morgan and Anissa fled, believing they had done what Slender Man wanted. But Peyton, against all odds, crawled to a bike path. She was found by a cyclist and rushed to the hospital. Morgan and Anissa were quickly found walking along a highway. They told investigators they were on their way to Slender Man's mansion, deep in the woods of northern Wisconsin. The reality of what they believed and what they had done horrified everyone involved. The girls' families were devastated. Peyton's parents sat in hospital rooms, praying their daughter would live. Morgan's and Anissa's parents tried to understand how their daughters had become capable of such cruelty. It wasn't just a crime, it was the end of 3 childhoods. Morgan was diagnosed with early-onset schizophrenia. Anissa with shared delusional disorder. Both were sentenced to years in mental health facilities. Their friendship, like their innocence, was shattered forever. Peyton survived. She chose not to let the attack define her. Her courage became a testament to resilience, and her story a reminder of how easily fantasy can turn to horror. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you found this interesting. Also, we recently started a Patreon, which will house all the clips we cannot show on YouTube. Please check out the link in the channel's description if you're interested.